Thursday, happy day, happy life. It is a happy life. It is a happy day. It is always good to be here. Always good to step into community with you. And I'm happy to share with you today. So excited. Hey, everybody, thanks for joining in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Stream on in. Happy you're here. Sending you lots of love. I'm sending you lots of love from the United States. Hey, everybody, welcome. Thank you for joining. Lots of love from the U.S. I'm in Los Angeles today. Had a great day. Just connecting in places that I haven't been in a long time, getting things done. Hey, everybody, welcome. Thank you for joining. So grateful, so grateful. So, all right. So I'm in LA today, getting ready to go to Arizona tomorrow. And I want to share with you today. First, the topic today is about our premise, and how plant medicine helps us to uncover or unbecome a lot of the things that we have taken on in our lives that are keeping us stuck. So I want to talk to you about that. Before I do that, I want to talk to you just a second about Rythmia, our sponsor. And now a message from our sponsor. Rythmia Life Advancement Center in Costa Rica, where I normally am, is an amazing container, an amazing place to experience the magic of plant medicine. So if you're watching this and you haven't been to Rythmia, take a look. If you're in Facebook or YouTube world, there's a number on the screen for you. If you're in Instagram world, you can go to rythmia.com and take a look and see if there's something in there that calls to you. Because I tell you honestly, if you have never done medicine before and it's your first time, there's no better place to do it. If you've done a lot of medicine before and you're looking to up your game, it's a great place to do it. So any questions, reach out to me, call the number on the line. Okay. Oh, here we go. Diego says, Rythmia donde los mundos se unen. Sí, where the worlds unite, where our worlds reunite. And the truth is, and this is what I want to offer you today, is we're never not united. We're never separate. We're never divided from the presence of God, from the presence of the medicine, from the presence and spirit of the intelligence and consciousness that created from which all of creation emerges. We're never separate from it, but it's our premise. It's our conditioning. It's our beliefs that have us believe in some way that we're separate, that in some way something's happening to us, in some way I don't have any control over my life. And I'm here to tell you that the fastest way to improve your life, the fastest way to make the changes that you're looking to make is number one thing. Are you ready? Drum roll. The number one way to change your life after this message. No. The number one way to change your life is to stop being a victim. Is to stop believing that there's something outside of you that's changing your life experience, is to stop saying that I'm not the one creating what I'm experiencing right now. That's the number one way to begin to improve your life. Leaving victim consciousness behind. I'm not saying that we weren't victimized. That there have been things that have happened to us in life where we have been victimized, where something happened and it wasn't right. It wasn't cool. It wasn't good to that in that level, right? But I'm not a victim, even if I was victimized. Why? Because this is where we get to be the creator of our life experience. This is where we get to say, no matter what, I'm responsible for the way I am responding to this life experience. And I'm going to ask life, what is it, life, that you're asking of me? When I'm in the middle of the storm, I'm not going to ask, God, take me out of this storm. Why did you put me in this storm? Oh my God, the winds are so bad and the waves are so high. How is this happening to me? That's not the question. That's not an empowering question. We want to ask empowering questions. We want to ask questions like, what is being asked of me here? What's seeking to emerge here? What must I become in order to overcome this situation? Because every situation that is happening for us on some level. It's an expression of our soul or our soul purpose in order for us to overcome something, because we can't be a victor if we don't have something to overcome. We can't rewrite our victim story to a victory story if there wasn't something for us to overcome. We got to overcome something. You can't win unless there's something that you had to challenge to get through to win for. That's just the way it works. Hey, babies, good to see you all. Good to see you, Antonio, Roger. I know Matthew's in here, Diego. I know Drew's in here. I'm just so happy to see you guys. So the point is, you can't be a victor if there wasn't something for you to overcome to begin with. So the life situations that we're facing are here for us to rewrite them into our stories of victory, into our stories of how we got over, into our stories. Hey, Luminiferous, what's up? From Anna. Hey, Anna. Great to see you. That's it. I think I made that point. So number one way to change your life is to leave the victim stories behind and to begin to take responsibility for I am the creator of my life experience. What is being asked of me here? Why am I creating this? What in me is seeking to be healed from this situation? Next, the next thing we can do, is to begin to examine our limiting beliefs. Like, what is it? What are the premises that we've had? What are the things that had me believe that I can or can't do? I'm going to give you an example. This is what we call the shadow. It's a classic idea of what our shadow is. But there's two types of shadows. There's a dark shadow and a golden shadow. Did y'all know that? I got a golden shadow, boo. You got a golden shadow over there? I got a golden shadow and I got a dark shadow, boo. Okay, I don't know where that was coming from. What's the golden shadow? What's the dark shadow? The dark shadow. Dark shadow is the things that I know I'm not. I'm not a mass murderer. I know that. I'm not a rapist. I'm not a thief that's going to steal from people no matter what. Those are the things I know I'm not. And those are the dark things that I'll put in a shadow is what I'm not, right? Those are things that I'm not, and I don't want to be those things. But then there's the golden shadow. And the golden shadow are the things that I don't believe I am that keep me from accomplishing the things that I want to accomplish. I'm not successful. I'm not lucky. I'm not able to do that. I'm not smart enough. I can't do math. I'm not talented enough. Those kind of things. Those are our golden shadow. That's the golden shadow. Those are the shadow of things that we don't believe that we are, that keep us from fulfilling our dreams, that keep us from living the life that we know we were meant to live, that keep us feeling that there's something more to life and I just don't know how to get it. There's something blocking me. Guess what? The only thing blocking me is me. There's an entry. There is a gate to the Holy of Holies, and I'm the one who's keeping the gate. I'm the one. No more victim. No more victim. I'm the one that's blocking my good because of my limited beliefs. I'm the gatekeeper to the Holy of Holies at the center of my being. I'm the one that's keeping me from piercing the veil. I'm the one. And I'm the obstacle and I'm the way. The obstacle, there's a great book, Holiday. I can't remember his first name. The obstacle is the way. I was going to say Roman Holiday, but that's a different movie. Okay. I'm cracking myself up. Ryan Holiday wrote, the obstacle is the way. The very thing that we think is our obstacle, the very thing that we think is standing in our way is actually the fuel for our next stage of growth and development. That is the obstacle is the way. So, let me get back on track here. So I'm the limiting beliefs, the limiting ideas, the limiting stories, the premises, the conditioning that we've taken on in our golden shadow, the things that we think we're not, but that we wish we were. Talented, smart, lucky, successful, all of that. Those are the stories that we need to examine. Those are the stories that we get to look at. And plant medicine or spiritual counseling is a great way to do that. we begin to uncover, hey, Matthew gets the Roman holiday reference, but now I'm thinking it's a, never mind. That's Rocky's next film. You know what I mean? Okay. So, so I just, for all you that don't know, I just cracked myself up. The premises, the beliefs that we have that are limiting us are our own keeping, and it's us that is blocking the gateway to our success. And through plant medicine, through breath work, through spiritual counseling, through working with a therapist, we get to look at those things. And guess what? Here's the good news. All we got to do is look at them. All we have to do is see them. And in the seeing of them, they lose their power. In the acknowledging of them, they lose their power. I'm going to tell you one quick story about the sirens from ancient Greek mythology. The sirens were these mermaids, these women of the sea that would they were in, there was the strait of the sirens, and it was this area you had to pass through if you were a mariner in ancient Grecian times. And the sirens had this call. They were a mermaid, and they would call the sailors off course. They would cause them to crash their ships on the rocky shores and or to jump into the sea and drown. And the myth said that no man could resist the call of the sirens. No man. The sirens would drive the boys crazy. I got my own siren call. It's been broken, but it used to work. So the sirens would drive the boys crazy. Those seamen from Greece. And they would crash their ships and jump into the ocean. But the myth also said that if a man could hear the call but not get caught by it, the sirens would lose their power. But no man had been able to resist the call of the sirens. So Ulysses had been away for a long time. He had been 10 years at war with the Trojan War. Helen had caused some major problems with Paris, and he was ready to go home. They had done the whole Trojan horse thing and ready to get back home. And the fastest way to get home was through the Straits of the Sirens. And otherwise, he had to go a long way. And he was like, I got to get home. So what did he do? He decided he would figure out a way to hear the call of the sirens, but not get caught by them. And he had his men tie him to the mast of the ship. And he said to his men, don't untie me, no matter what I say, don't untie me until we get to the other side of the straits. And then he had his men put wax in their ears, so, plug their ears up so that they couldn't hear the call of the sirens and they could keep the ship going. And once they got through. So Ulysses developed a way to hear the call of the sirens and not get caught. And he did. And the sirens lost their power. So applying that to our lives, we all have the call of the sirens within us, our own personal sirens that call us off course, that cause us to crash our ship, the ship of our soul, on the rocky shores of lack, limitation, doubt, worry, fear, not enoughness, I'm unlovable, all of these stories that we tell ourselves that are deeply ingrained. We are called off course by our own sirens. And all we must do is look at them straight in the eye and not get caught by them. All we got to do is hear the call of the sirens, acknowledge them, but not get caught by the story. Honor the story, but don't get caught in it. Yeah, that was the thing in the past where I felt like I wasn't enough, where I felt like I was not part of the cool kids or I didn't belong. That was an old story. Now I see it. And in the seeing of it, I get to release it. And guess what? It's not a one and done thing. It's not a one and done thing. You're going to come up against that story that you've been trying to get rid of over and over again until it finally goes. But that's called integration. That's the process of integration, where you run up again, you identified something. Oh, there's that limiting belief that I don't belong, that I'm awkward and outside of life, and everybody else seems to be part of the group, but I'm not part of the group. I don't belong. I feel rejected. That's my limiting belief. I've now identified it. And then I'm going to go into a situation, I'm going to be at a party, and I'm going to find myself standing off in the corner going, oops, see, look, if it's true, I don't belong. Everybody's talking and I'm over here in the corner. But you go, oh, that's that story. That's my story. I'm going to break through that story. I'm going to walk up and talk to that group of people. Hey, how you doing? What are you guys doing? Oh, sorry, you were having a conversation. I'm going to go over this conversation. Whatever it is, you're going to break through that story, and over and over and over again until you and I are able to hear the call of that story and not get caught by it. Okay, so that is our Diego. That would be a scary, scary race if I were for president. Over here on Instagram, my brother Diego says, John Jacob for president. Love you, brother. Love you so much. All right. Love you all. I think that's our talk today. Our talk on the golden shadow and the dark shadow, and on finding what our premise is, identifying it, and not getting caught by it. And ultimately, the number one way to improve our lives and improve ourselves is to eradicate any sense of victimhood and take ultimate responsibility for our life experience just as it is. I'm responsible for my life experience. I am the creator of my life experience. And guess what? I'm creating a good life. And you are creating a good life. We are creating a good life. And that's the way it is. Aloha, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Drew and Antonio and Roger, love you. Matthew, love you. Everybody, thank you. Diego, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessings.